Alright, so we are back with more Dragon Age. You may notice that I'm in a different vendor completely because I'm looking for concentrator agents, which they don't actually sell here. And I cut out all of the running in between since the last video ended without seeing any unnecessary random walking around. I was like, I might as well just start it here at this stall, because I think now I go back to the Carta first before getting the concentrator agents. The Carta has it's for a mission that we started a while ago, the Jammer's Stash. As I punch my table, I apologize. Within this mission, there was 3 boxes that had items that were like ranked on rarity, and you had to pick the quote-unquote worst item out of the group in order for you not to get attacked, like injured.
Yes.
But at the time, I
got nothing to
I
say
just
to
didn't
you.
want to do the mission because we were in the middle of fighting a shit ton of Carta members, and the last thing I wanted to do was mess up and get injured, and then have to fight the Carta with very low health potions.
So you're the one who killed Jarvia.
Speaking of which,
do you know what you've done? Jarvia was no paragon, but she looked after her own. Even the nobles wouldn't cross her. If you think we're gonna let you waltz around like you own the place, you're wrong. For Jarvia, attack!
so these are the remnants of Jarva's Carta. Jarva was the leader of the Carta, if you remember correctly, and these guys aren't happy that we killed the Carta members, or Jarvia supporters, I should say. So I guess I had to kill them too. Kind of a shame.
Well, now that they've got a new king, everyone's forgotten about us. Again.
I haven't forgot you, my friends.
I'm off.
I haven't forgot. Yeah, anyway. So, now that, the reason why I didn't want to finish the mission, because I didn't want to fuck up and grab, one of the wrong items and get injured, and then have to walk around the entire place crippled, fighting thousands of Carta members, because I'm pretty sure I had a hard time with the boss anyway. It would suck if I was, like, super crippled. I was ultra crippled. It's worse than just being crippled. Anyway, I apologize if you're crippled. I didn't mean it. It was not an insult. It was a joke. I'm sorry. Disclaimer right there. Anyway, let's just get away from that. So now that I've already killed all the Carta members, I can now just go back and loot literally everything in this place. And I must have had a full loot sack, because there are a lot of shit in this place that I do eventually. I'm pretty sure I go sell the majority of this, and get a crap ton of money. See, I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just grab it anyway. I have 30 odd spots in my backpack. I'll just carry around a crap ton of stuff, and that I do. So the majority of this video is probably just gonna be walking around looting the old Carta, which I've already been through. So probably should have sped this section up, or at least like cut away from this looting spree that I'm doing. That would have been the smarter of the options, but apparently I chose the dumber one. Typical me. I know. Just gives us more of a chance to talk to each other. And the map disappeared. Oh, I was messing around with the map button. That would explain it. I'm like, the map just disappeared. Where the fuck? I was wondering if it would change shape, but no. Because there are some games that like you can alter the map and how it looks. And I think at that point I was like, that's the crate that I'm looking for. So that must have been one of the crates I've already been to and looted everything by accident. So I must have had like 2 injuries at that point, unless I used an injury kit. Yeah, putting this mission during a raid on the Carta was kind of a really annoying idea. Because not only do you have to worry about the Carta, you have to worry about pulling out the wrong item, and because if you pull out the wrong item, you get injured, as I mentioned multiple times. But it's not like they show you like, oh, this is tier 1, this is tier 2, this is tier 3. They tell you what kind of metal the item is made out of, and you have to guess, or not guess, but just realize that this item is higher value than this item, and so forth and so forth. But it's not like I'm up to date on whether red steel or steel is better than each other. And apparently, I missed this entire room completely. Like, I didn't even know this room existed.
Don't look now.
I still have traps here that I haven't
Yes.
I haven't broken. Turns out these guys have been waiting. These Carta members didn't realize that their boss had died, like, I don't know, 40 parts ago? Something along those lines. It's been a while since I've been at the Carta. Maybe not 40, maybe like 20 or so. Because I was dealing with the dwarves pretty recently. Well, they were second, so I wouldn't say recent. Oh, my laptop. Please, I'm dying. Please don't die like the guy in the cage.
Yes.
Well, he's not dying either, but... That's 2 rescue missions done right there. Save my laptop and the guy.
Please,
Who is this
stranger, let me out. Thank you. We've been down here. It's been so long. My friend didn't make it.
Yeah, I can see that. Holy shit.
Stopped eating one day, all for a stupid bet.
So, they don't really explain this. This isn't a mission. He just sort of runs away. We could probably go confront him later. Ask him what's going on. Why was he in prison? But I don't, so... Possible side quests that I missed. I mean, if you want to go and buy the game and figure this out, be my guest, you know. I don't know how expensive this game is anymore. I mean, the Ultimate Edition might be like $20. And for that, you get quite a bit. I still wish I would find Shale and the dog, because I have Return to Ostagar, and I have the Stone Prisoner, which is both the DLCs that allow me to go back and go grab those guys. But for some reason, they aren't activating, even though they're in the game. Like, I can pick up items that are specifically made for the dog and for Shale, which means I know that they've been activated and that they're, like, installed and ready to go. But for some reason, it won't give me the prompt to go back to Ostagar or back to Shale, or to Shale in general, because it's at a specific point. Like, there's a point I can teleport to. This is Gem's common box. I'm pretty sure both of these options are wrong. Yep, that one's wrong. That's a penalty to my skull, I think. And that one's wrong. So I have a damaged eye, and I think that's a shattered, not a shattered skull, but cracked skull? I don't know. That would still friggin' hurt. Cracked skull, yep. And damaged eye. So now I have a penalty to cunning and attack. I don't care, I can sell those things. That's why I like the fact that there's no Carta around, which makes things a lot easier. That and I forgot to loot apparently a bajillion different things in this place. So I think this is the second box. Both of these are... yeah, both of these are wrong. And I'm deafened and I have a gaping wound on top of everything else. Now I wouldn't be upset, but there are enemies here, so I have to use an injury kit. But I have 5 right now, so maybe a greater injury kit. Yeah, it's a greater one, because the other one, I guess injury kit only heals 3 things at most. And I still have one more, so I'm not really sure if it's in order of what injuries you got at what time. And Ogre does not give a shit; he just runs in. I must have everyone else set to like defensive, except for Ogren and Zevran, who just runs in and be like, ah la 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 la. No, maybe not Zevran. Zevran doesn't just run in. Ogren does not care, so he probably set to a more aggressive stance than everyone else. But yeah, there are Carta thugs down here. I'm not sure why I didn't come down here earlier. It seemed really stupid of me not to, because I just did not explore this map. I must have been dealing with like a fact that I wasn't having a lot of health potions or what. I assume it was something along those lines. Because I remember having a very hard time here with health potions. But there are tamed creatures. Oh my god, I just smashed the two together. There are tamed creatures in this area, like a Bronto, there's stalkers, and I think the last one... what is it? Just on the Bronto? Well, never mind. Pfft, whatever. But here is Jammer's stash. Just hidden away with a bunch of tamed nugs. There they are. I knew there was something different. And that's all that there is. Not really sure if that's worth, but that's the finished mission. We finally found the stash and managing only to partially cripple ourselves. And I think this is the last thing I loot before I leave. So I think now I leave via the back entrance of the Carta that we are supposed to leave from the part of the story wise. The that leads to the hole in the wall. That should be the armory, right? Not armory, but armor smith, the salesman. I'm pretty sure who was also Dagnus' dad. So,
Yes.
Coincidence? I think not. I don't know how there's a coincidence there. But another thing, I think I sell a bunch of shit before I teleport to Denerim. Pretty sure I sell a bunch of stuff. If not, this is gonna be awkward. Did he really forget what he recorded? Yes, I did. Am I going to be surprised as much as you guys are? Yeah, probably. There was a cut. Okay. That's right. We are now leaving Orzammar, and I wanted to get this conversation.
To speak seriously.
Of your bosom? As you wish.
No, I do not wish to speak of my bosom.
But it is a marvelous bosom. I have seen women half your age who have not held up half so well. Perhaps it is a magical bosom?
Stop talking about my bosom.
But I thought you wished to speak seriously.
I do. I thought, however foolishly, that you might be willing to speak of your past.
We could do that. There have been many bosoms in my past, though only few as fine as yours.
Enough. I'm ending this conversation.
Oh, Severin, you and bosoms. Pretty sure that's a boob. Maybe butt. I'm gonna assume boobs.
Give me a moment.
Everything alright?
Of course everything's all right.
Okay.
Just give me one sodding moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there.
Is it strange to you? For sure, yeah.
Strange? Strange is your wife turning out to prefer the ladies. Not living in a world without a bleeding ceiling. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
So that's Ogren's cutscene right there of him leaving Orzammar that we should have had much earlier in the game. I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't have.
The gold will flow again.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to sell. So I'm pretty sure we have to talk to the guy with the pre-used stuff. Or the best the pre-owned. I think he has some contractor agents.
Standing up for him, I'd say we should be.
I don't know why Arlene is complicated.
Oh, you want to see
some of the
best
owned.
previously owned? Oh, of course.
And he has 3 contractor agents. We only need 2. So I was like, okay, buy them all for a gold. I have 81 gold. Damn.
Your wish.
Then this is when I realized I needed master herbalism. I needed master herbalism this entire time, and that's tier 4. So I won't be able to finish the mission until I get tier 4. For skills. I don't know when I'm gonna get level 4. I don't think it's gonna be every level. I don't think that's how it works. Considering we've had 7 and we're level 12. So now I can't finish that last mission in Orzammar. And just like before, I have 1 mission in Orzammar that I can never finish. So I think now I go back to Denerim to hand in the mission for the whatchamacallit? The crows. Still have not found that place of power. I'm not really sure where the place of power really is. Because I'm not sure which ones I have. I'm pretty sure I got the one in the Brazilian forest. Pretty sure I found the one in the deep roads. I think there's one in Denerim? I don't know. I know I'm probably just missing one. I think that I'm missing the one at Lake Callahan, but because I don't remember ever grabbing that one. So there is that. I assume I'm missing that one, so I'll probably Google it, see locations, and then go to the one that I haven't been to, or at least the one that doesn't strike any memory. Oh, is it that merchant again? I think it's that merchant again.